Hare Krishna. Welcome to the Krsnatarian way of cooking. So today I have come up with another thali recipe. I had prepared this thali recipe for Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur's appearance day. And I have kept in mind that these recipes have such simple steps that those people who are especially beginners in cooking can find it manageable to prepare it. So before starting the video recipe, I would request you to subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. And if you like watching this video recipe, then kindly like and share. So let's proceed towards the recipe. First, I have taken nearly a tablespoon of mustard oil. It needs to be heated first so that a little bit of that strong smell can go away. You can even use regular oil if you do not want to use mustard oil. So here I have taken a teaspoon of mustard seeds and then quarter teaspoon asafoetida, 2 chopped green chilies and few curry leaves. Then I added nearly 4 to 5 cups of chopped okra. Keep on stirring it for nearly 1 to 2 minutes on medium heat. This will help to remove the stickiness of the okra. You can keep the medium heat on, and by that time we will also prepare another sabji. Here I have taken 1 tablespoon of oil, 2 teaspoons of cumin seeds and few curry leaves. Now here I have taken some medium eggplants, nearly 4 in quantity, and I have added those. Stirred in the eggplant for nearly 1 to 2 minutes, and then I added nearly 1 teaspoon of salt. Then half teaspoon of turmeric powder, 1 teaspoon of red chili powder, 1 teaspoon of coriander cumin seed powder and 1 teaspoon of garam masala. Mixed everything well, and then I added a cup of water to it. Bringing the water on boil, then I reduce the heat to low and let the eggplant cook until it completely softens. Now I'm checking upon the okra, and if you see, the okra still looks sticky. So I'm going to let it cook again on medium heat after stirring for a minute. Here I have parboiled 5 small potatoes and kept them aside after peeling it. Here I have cooked the okra on medium heat, and if you see, the stickiness is almost gone, but I'm going to keep it for more time. Now I'm going to grate these parboiled potatoes and check up on the bhindi again. So you have added nearly 1.5 teaspoons of salt. And now reduce the heat to complete low. Cover and cook for nearly 10 minutes. Here I have taken 1 tablespoon of ginger paste, 1 tablespoon of freshly ground red dry chili, then a teaspoon of turmeric powder, then 1 cup of chopped cilantro. And let's check up on the eggplant sabji first. So this eggplant sabji is completely cooked. Cooking for another 1 minute, I'm going to turn off the stove and then garnish it with some cilantro and keep it aside covered. Now let us check up on the okra. So okra looks completely cooked. Now here I'll turn off the stove and add half cup of chopped cilantro and then few drops of lemon juice. And then in the end, another half cup of cilantro. Now in this mixture I have added nearly 1 tablespoon of salt. Then I'm going to mix everything well. And then add nearly 2 cups of wheat flour. And first I will mix the wheat flour nicely with the potato mixture. And then add nearly half cup to 3/4 cups of water. Knead into a soft dough and add nearly 1 teaspoon of oil. And again knead it well. Cover it and keep it aside. Now in this soup pot I have taken nearly 2 teaspoons of oil, and then I have added 3 to 4 black peppercorns, then a little bit of hing and few curry leaves, hing which is also asafoetida. Then I added a teaspoon of cumin seed, sauteed it a little bit, and then added 1 cup of moong dal, washed moong dal, and then I added nearly 2 cups of water and let that cook on medium heat. Here I have taken half tablespoon of coconut oil, added 2 cloves, a stick of cinnamon, and then 2 cardamom pods. Saute for few seconds and Then add a cup of shredded cabbage. Again cook it for a minute. And then add a quarter cup of fried or roasted cashews. And then a quarter cup of washed green peas. Now this is nearly 1.5 cup of basmati or long grain rice which I soaked for nearly 30 minutes. Added 2 cups of water, 1 cup of coconut milk, salt as per taste, and letting it come to a boil. Now here our dal looks completely cooked. After whisking it, I'm going to add 1 chopped tomato and then nearly 4 cups of water and salt as per taste. Cover with a lid and let it cook. Cover it and cook it on low heat until the rice absorbs everything. I've taken 1.5 cup of all-purpose flour, half cup of icing sugar, and then few sugar crystals. This is optional. And then 2 tablespoons of olive oil. Also added few drops of vanilla extract, and then after that 1 teaspoon of baking powder. And then I added gradually water just to whisk it into a ribbon-like batter. Now in this baking tray, I'll be adding nearly 2 tablespoons of the batter in each mold. And then baking on 300 Fahrenheit, because this is a smaller mold, for nearly 15 minutes. So sprinkle some honey coated oats on top and then baked it. So now let's check up on the rice. The rice has absorbed all the milk and water. I'll be sprinkling some grated coconut or desiccated coconut and then fresh cilantro. Cover it and keep it aside. Now let's check up on the dal again. So this dal is also completely cooked. This dal is a very low calorie and mild flavor moong soup, very healthy. I added some chopped cilantro on top, covered it and kept it aside now. Took a small portion of the dough, sprinkled some flour and then rolled it into 5 inches diameter. Cooked it on the pan on medium heat by drizzling a little bit of oil. Cooked evenly on both the sides on medium heat. Do not dust too much flour on it because you do not want this chapatis or potato chapatis to get too hard. So always make sure while rolling you are using very less flour. So the first item, moong dal. Second, the coconut rice. Third, the potato chapatis. Fourth, the okra. Fifth, the eggplant sabji. And the mini muffins. Placing a tulsi leaf and offering it at the lotus feet of Shri Krishna. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.